10, Lesson 3, trig functions of any angle. The directions for number 16 say to evaluate the sine, cosine, and tangent of the angle without using a calculator. This is what we're provided. So I would always start any problem like this by remembering the acronyms that we use to identify the two sides of a right triangle specific to these three main trig functions. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and the tangent is opposite over adjacent. Now this is what I'm provided. I am provided with that the tangent curves between pi and 2 pi. So it's either in quadrant 3 or quadrant 4. Because it's negative, I know it has to be in quadrant 4. This was not provided for me. I went ahead and already drew that picture. Again, why do I know it's in quadrant 4 and not quadrant 3? Well, when we think about a unit circle, here's 0, here's pi, and here's 2 pi. So it's occurring in quadrants 3 or 4, but tangents are always positive in quadrant 3, and we can see that my value is negative that I'm provided. So quadrant 4 is where it lies. Also, I can see that I have a ratio. Remember, tangent, using Oscar at a heap of apples, is opposite. So this is going to be my opposite. So from this angle, opposite is 2 radical 3. And then tangent is adjacent. It is opposite over adjacent. So adjacent, which would be this angle, is 4. Now, many students go, but where do I put this negative sign? The negative sign just helps us to locate which quadrant we're going to find this angle in. And so we can see again, that's why we chose angle number 4. Now I need to figure out what is this hypotenuse. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So these are the two legs. It doesn't matter which one is my a and which one is my b. So I'm going to expand those out. 4 times 4 is the obvious 16. And I'm going to write this down twice to ensure that we don't make any simple mistakes. 2 times 2 is 4. The square root of 3 times the square root of 3 would be the square root of 9, which is simply 3. And now I have 16 plus 12. Well, 16 plus 12 is 28. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides, and then I'm going to break it down. 4 times 7 equals 28. But remember, we normally would have a plus or minus. In this case, we're talking about a length, so it's always positive. So 2 radical 7 is going to be the hypotenuse. The square root of 4 is 2. And then times the square root of 7, which cannot be reduced. Let's come back up here to the very top. I'm going to use also our trig class determines positives and negatives as well. I generally do it at the very end, but we could start with it as well. So in quadrant 4, only cosine is positive. So this is positive, negative, and negative. And let's put them in fully reduced form. So sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. So 2 radical 3 over 2 radical 7. Mathematically, that's not wrong, but we want to rationalize the denominator, meaning we don't want to have a square root in the denominator. So what do? We're going to take it times the square root of 7 times the square root of 7. Now I have 2 times the square root of 21 over 2 times the square root of 49. Well, the 2's are going to be reduced down to 1, and I have the square root of 21 over 7. Square root of 21 cannot be reduced, and this negative sign can be on top, the bottom, or in the middle. Let's go ahead and do the cosine. Cosine is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent is 4. Work over the hypotenuse. I'm going to reduce this right away. 2 and 4 reduces to 2 over 1. So I have 2 square root of 7. Now let's rationalize the denominator. Times the square root of 7. I have 2 times the square root of 7 over the square root of 49. And this will reduce to 2 times the square root of 7 divided by, well, this would be the square root of 49, which is simply 7. All right. And I probably should have written this, maybe confuse the students. I probably should have written this negative square root of 21 over 7. Now tangent, we're already provided tangent up above, but it's just not in fully reduced form. So I can reduce this right now. 2 over 4 reduces to 1 over 2, and I have negative 1 square root of 3 over 2. It's not even necessary to have a 1 there.